All new, up-to-the-minute stories you need to see. Local 4 News Morning continues right now.
Thanks for starting your Thursday with us.
Welcome back. After months of silence, Tiger Woods is planning to speak out to the public for the very first time since his bizarre Thanksgiving night car accident that sparked stunning revelations of infidelity. Woods will address the public at 11 a.m. on Friday from the TPC Sawgrass in Florida, home of the PGA Tour. It's believed that he will likely apologize for the past and his past behavior and also briefly discuss what he plans to do next.
And he's already made a public apology after the first incident. So what does he say? Joining us this morning to talk about what Tiger needs to do to rebuild his reputation, if that's possible, is Don Tanner from the firm of Tanner Friedman.
And thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk about if you were counseling Tiger Woods. He's making this big public address for the first time. How do you advise him on what to say, and is there really even any chance that he can repair his reputation?
Well, it's a start. He needs to apologize, and that's the purpose of tomorrow, to come out and publicly apologize and acknowledge that he let his family down, he's let his fans down, he has operated his life in a way that he should say is not me. And I imagine he's probably also going to reference the fact that he recognizes that he has a problem and he has sought professional help for that. None of us know that for sure, but I assume he's going to reference that as well. It's going to be very short and sweet and controlled.
Well, and that's a key thing, because he's not taking any questions from the media. Is that a good move, or is he just postponing the inevitable and setting up a media circus that could play out over several months?
Again, it's a first step. You look at what Kwame Kilpatrick did. He had a very controlled setting at a church. In this case, it's at the PGA World headquarters, so the setting makes sense. It's a kind of a show of good faith and that somebody's supporting him at that level, but it needs to be controlled, and then from there, you're right, he's going to have to face eventually the cameras, the questions, the microphones when he next appears and decides to get back on the tour.
Well, what we're hearing is that he will likely get back on the tour, but in some pretty controlled environments like the Tavistock tournament and also the Masters, where the crowds really have to be on their best behavior. So as Guy was saying, is he still just prolonging the inevitable when that heckling will finally start taking place? Should he just get it over with?
It's baby steps. It's a first step. You're right. Once he does come out, he's going to need to conduct himself differently, isn't he? He's going to have to not just talk the talk, he's going to have to walk the walk in how he behaves, how he lives his life, and how he deals with the media. He's a very private person. He's known for throwing a golf club occasionally, yelling at a heckling fan. He's going to need to think about all those things and tread very carefully moving forward to help to start to repair that reputation.
And as you say, this isn't a week-long project. This may be several years.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And you have to wonder, he's always been a person that can be so focused on the golf course, kind of putting out all those distractions. You wonder how it'll affect his golf game as well.
Well, but so disciplined with practice and fitness, but not so disciplined in other parts of his life, which is just a conundrum.
You know what will be interesting is the first tournament he gets back into, the ratings.
Right.
See how many people tune in to find out what happens to Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
exactly.
People want to see him.
And how would you like to be one of his fellow players if all of this isn't settling down by then? It's going to be a distraction for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be a giant question mark. Very interesting to see how this story plays out. Yes.